really paying. Right now, Mike.
And they think it's from the hamstring.
Yeah, yeah. And then my, okay,
Meeting called to order. This is the June 11th, 2024 Borough of Oakland Council meeting. Would the clerk please read the statement of compliance?
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law, duly announced, advertised, and posted in the municipal building. The meeting will adjourn no later than 10 p.m. unless the majority of the council members that are present vote to extend the time.
All rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mike Elston, would you lead us in the flag salute, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Remain standing for a moment of silence. Be seated. Roll call.
Mayor Kamala,
Present.
Councilwoman Gofredo. Here. Councilman McCann. Councilman Pignatelli.
here.
Council President Saliani. Councilman Flasinski.
Here.
Councilman Talamini.
Here.
Motion to excuse Councilman Saliani and McCann, excuse me.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to the mayor's report. We have a lot of projects going on here in Oakland. Number one, paving, Lakeside, Mohegan, and parts of Hiawatha have been completed with the paving program. Please visit the Borough website for the latest up-to-date information on where the next milling of paving are going to be taking place. Also, at the reserve today, both exits and Woods End were milled today. One of the commitments we gave to the residents in the reserve was we're going to improve the exits while we are currently working on the bridge. Update on the Patriots Way Bridge. All the asphalt has been removed from the decking up top. So the residents not going to hear that jackhammering going on incessantly for 8 hours a day, so we're past that. They're going to start cutting into the decking starting tomorrow so that they can start to move the temporary utility supports into place. So the project is moving along very quickly at this point. And the most important thing to keep in mind is once they start removing that decking, if you're going to, nobody should be walking across that bridge now. It's a construction zone, so if you're going out there at dark, if it's dark out, you walk out there, you can fall right into the river. So everybody, please stay off the bridge. It is an active construction zone. Bush Plaza, I'm sure everybody's gone down through the center of town. Currently, the trees have been planted, and Bush and the other plantings are currently being installed on the property. Van Allen House update. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but the chain link temporary fencing is down. So now when you come around 202 to go to Franklin Ave, we don't have that ugly fence surrounding the Stream House base anymore, and it really cleaned up that corner dramatically. So that's a good positive there. A couple announcements. The Flag Day ceremony is this Friday, the 14th, at Veterans Park, starting at 6 p.m. Styrofoam Drive, Councilman Sislinski is going to talk about that. There's going to be a Mayor's Blood Drive, June 25th, 12:30 to 4:30 p.m. at the Senior Center. And also probably the most important piece of information is the Carnival. Carnival starts tomorrow, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Thursday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Friday, 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And Saturday, 5 p.m. to 11, with an exception from 3 to 5 for people with disabilities and people that can't, need the ride slowed down and less lights and everything else like that. So for the access for all people will be attending that. I'm sure Fredo will talk a little bit more in depth about that. And also we had a wonderful opening of the Arts Pavilion this past Saturday. Councilman Talamini is going to expand upon that a little bit. That's my report for now. Do I have a motion to open to public?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody wish to address the council?
Yes, I do. My name is Nico Carlson. I live at 6 Geronimo Way. I'm addressing a conspiracy going on that involves police and psychiatric with oral transfers. This has been going on for 40 years by the local police. And
Could you speak up a little bit? I can't hear you.
yeah, my voice is I filed complaint with the municipal court clerk and the police, and nothing's been done. And this has been going on for a long time, so And
Thank you.
it's an infamous conspiracy case. Even President Trump ran for election with this case where I'm that victim. I'm that conspiracy. So,
Thank you, sir.
okay, thank you.
Anybody else wish to address the governing body?
Good evening, Joseph Furio, 24 Hiawatha. I just want to give you an update on what's going on with RML. We had a nice conversation with Joe Bove, cleared the air. I think we kind of understood where each other is coming from. I think we're setting the stage pretty well for this upcoming meeting. And we hope to, by that time, have filed the paperwork necessary to take possession of, well, essentially, not take possession, but to form a corporation, which will eventually take possession of the lakes. There's still a lot of hurdles that need to be cleared. I thank you for having this forum. I think this was helpful. And I thank the RML President, Joe Bove, for discussing the matter with us and clearing the air and setting the stage to move forward.
Good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wish to address the governing body?
William Sisti, 12 Eagle Crest. I'm here as a citizen, not as a TV person. Two things. I'd like to just remind the council if we can maybe get back on getting the north end of Ramapo Valley Road sidewalks. Keep thinking about that, because it's kind of treacherous, even when I walk there. And the second thing is, it was brought up, I think, last year, and there was a deer lady here a few months ago. Can we somehow, as a town, address the deer? There's 11 on my street. The other gentleman on his street has 4 or 5, and they're just everywhere. Shrubbery, gardens, landscaping gets destroyed. I'll throw the kid thing in. My grandkids can't play in the backyard because so much deer poop. Because it's like having a herd of animals, like having cows. So if we could figure out something with the DEP, hunters, or something, that'd be great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wish to address the governing body?
Yeah.
Not seeing any. Do we have a motion to close?
So moved?
Do we have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're up to approval of minutes. May 28th, 2024 minutes. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved?
Do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Abstain?
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
All right, next we have the May 28th, 2024 executive minutes. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Abstain?
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay, for appointments, we have a Ryan Wisbiski for wishes to serve on the Public Events Committee. That's a mayoral and council appointment. Do I have a motion to move Mr. Brian Wisbiski on the Public Events Committee?
So moved?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, we're up to resolutions. 24-181, authorized recreation refunds for the Salich family. 24-182, authorized liquor licenses for the year 2024 through 2025. 24-183, authorized auction bids for the surplus property that we just had out for auction. 24-184, Chapter 159, Sustainable New Jersey PSE&G grant. 24-185, authorized retirement payout for C. Davis. 24-186, authorized estimated third quarter tax bills. And 24-187, authorized street names for the ridings of Ramapo. Does anybody wish to pull any out?
I do. 24-182.
Very good. Anybody else? With the exception of 24-182, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved?
Do I have a second?
Second?
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
Okay, going back to 24-182, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Actually, do I have a second? Yeah, we're gonna open it up.
Oh.
Do we have a second?
Second?
Discussion. So the reason this was pulled out, we have 2 conflicts of interest. Me
Yes,
too.
I'm a member of the Knights of Columbus and the American Legion, who have a liquor
Oh, and I'm
license.
a member of the Oakland Elks.
Okay. All right, roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Abstain.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Abstain.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
All right, moving on to the ordinance, we have 24 Capital 947, capital ordinance for tennis courts. Mr. Coons, would you like to walk the public through that?
Sure. As you know, we're trying to prioritize getting the rehabilitation of the courts accomplished this year. Earlier this year, we engaged an engineer to work on plans and specifications. The bid notice was sent out, and we were taking bids next Friday, and hope to be able to make a bid award at the June 25th meeting and complete the work by the end of August. If you may recall, the original scope of work here involved crack sealing and a new acrylic surface. Since then, there's been a lot of changes to that scope with the addition of pickleball courts, fencing for that, netting for that, and upon examination by the engineer, it was determined that crack sealing was no longer suitable. We needed to redo the, like 2-inch surface course of asphalt. So that's the current scope of work for that. Based on the engineer's cost estimate, that's about a total of $327,000 or so. We have a couple of grants that offset some of that, but we need about additional funding, again, based on the estimate for the project, of about $228,000 or so. So a small portion of that's going to come out of the rec trust. $200,000 would come out of the open space trust, where that money's just been sitting. So it's not going to require any money out of the capital improvement fund or any sort of property tax increase related to it. And that will hopefully put us in a position to have the project wrapped up by Labor Day.
Terrific. And what's the life expectancy of the court after we replace it?
I'd say 10 to 15 years. When we first did the project, that was about 15 years ago now.
Okay. Any other
How quickly will we replenish the open space?
So we generate about $320,000 a year. Just so you know, I went over this with the finance officer. Free balance in the open space trust right now is about $530,000. That's after the recent commitments for things like Bush Plaza, Truman Field, the $65,000 in the latest capital plan. You add in the 320 from this year, minus out the 200. If we don't use the trust for anything else this year, of course you're free to do that, but if we don't, the ending balance at the end of 2024 would be about $650,000.
Thank you. Anybody else? Mr. Coons, just one question. What scope of work, how soon do you think the work would start and be completed?
The specified time frame in the bid notice and the bid specs is end of August.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Do I have a motion to introduce 24 Capital 947, capital ordinance for tennis courts?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Saliani? Oh, sorry, Councilman Slasinski?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
And final adoption with public comment will be at the June 25th meeting. All right, we have 24 Code 948, amendment to the Open Communications Commission fees for sponsorship program. Mr. Coons?
This is just in accordance with the OCC's request to modify the structure of the sponsorship program. It simplifies things a little bit. It simplifies the cost per year. It simplifies the various sponsorship categories. Enhances a little bit the benefits that sponsors get by adding a bulletin board piece to that where they get a sponsorship. And so this just sort of encapsulates the recommendation from the OCC to hopefully better position the program to attract nonprofits and businesses.
Any discussion? Not seeing any. Do I have a motion to introduce 24 Code 948, amendment of the Oakland Communications Commission fees for sponsorship program?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Councilman Slasinski?
Yes.
Councilman Talamini?
Yes.
We have nothing on work session. Does anybody have any new business? I have one piece of new business. What I like to do is, obviously, we have a one-size-fits-all for the reverse 911. And, you know, we've got some feedback that not everybody wants to receive it unless it's a real emergency. So what I'd like to have our borough administrator do is to see if there's a way that people can subscribe, especially the elderly that do not have access to the internet or social media, for updates concerning paving, public events, and, you know, just events that are taken around the borough. Mr. Coons, is that something that we could possibly look into?
We can certainly look into it. You know, right now, the system I know supports different groupings. It's like based on geographic location. We'll have a conversation with the provider and see if there's other ways to do that, or how exactly that would work. Sure.
Thank you. Anybody else? New business? All right, we're moving up to old business. Any old business?
Yes, I do.
Councilman?
Mr. Coons,
Yes.
do we have any update on the plaque for Fred Burks for the room?
Wendy actually may have more information on that. I know she's been working with OCC on developing some quotes for that.
Yes, I just today, as a matter of fact, sent Ryan a sample of what it might look like to get his initial approval before they start really trying to fit it all in there, what he wants on it. And he liked the design. So now go back to the Heroes Salute tomorrow and talk to them about making a sample for us so we can see what it will look like with our stuff on it. So.
I just, I mean, I've known Fred, or knew Fred for a real long time. I know he put a ton of effort into that room. I just, want to make sure we do still move forward.
Yep,
Thank you.
I'm working on it.
Thank you for
Yep.
the work.
Mhm.
Appreciate it.
Is anybody else have any old business?
Yeah, is there just, on the homes on Lenape, are we any further with knocking anything down, or?
Yeah, the fifth one is still pending in terms of the purchase. I'm just waiting on a proposal from Boswell Engineering to move ahead with the remaining demos for phases 2 and 3.
Right.
You should see that proposal for action at the meeting of the 25th.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, not seeing any. Borough Council liaison reports, Mr. Talent. Well, actually, we'll finish with you because you're the carnival guy. Ms. Profano?
Sure. So the Shade Tree Commission met on June 3rd. They have an open spot on the committee with the resignation of Brian. I'd like to thank Brian Forja for his service to the Shade Tree Commission. The big thing to mention is that they planted 35 trees around Oakland. And that's it. Their next meeting is Monday, July 1st at 7:30 p.m. in the Senior Center. Access for All. Access for All is a group that is dedicated to providing access to all residents and activities and events sponsored by Oakland. On Saturday, June 15th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. These are dedicated hours at the Oakland Carnival. Rides will have limited lights and sounds and will be at reduced speeds. Also, please visit their booth and enjoy a space that provides a reduction in noise and a quieter space for those with sensory concerns. For more information on the Oakland Carnival and Access for All special hours, please email them at oaklandafa@gmail.com. Another thing Access for All did this week, this month, was they were at Fever Pitch, and it was a great event. They handed out flyers, and the committee received a lot of positive feedback. Their next meeting is scheduled for July 3rd. That is at the Senior Center at 7:30 p.m. OCC will be at the Oakland Carnival, so please stop by their booth and meet the OCC. OCC recently filmed a wildlife presentation and the Great Oak Park opening concert and festivities with Mike Guadagnino. Both are being edited and will air in the coming weeks. Their next meeting is July 1st here in this room. And that's all.
Councilman?
Thank you, Mayor. From the Green Team, like I mentioned earlier, congrats to the Green Team for getting the approval of the $2,000 grant, PSEG. This grant will be used to purchase a variety of items for planned Green Team activities, including window clings for green business recognition, trifold brochures for community solar, seedlings for the pollinator garden, seeds and envelopes for our seed bank, sandwich board signage for our styrofoam drives, and branded tablecloths for the green fairs and other community education and outreach. Also on Saturday, June 15th, from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m., they will be conducting a styrofoam drive at One Municipal Plaza. Bring your clean, dry, non-food contact styrofoam packaging with no ink markings or tape to the drive for recycling. The first hour is for Oakland residents only, and the following time will be open to all Bergen County residents. The team is also looking for volunteers for this event, so if you can help out, that would be great. And Sunday has been set as the rain date at the same time. From the library, this Friday, June 14th at 11 a.m., they will have a toddler dance party with Miss Joyce. And on Monday, June 17th at 6 p.m., they will host the Anime Club for teens. On Monday, June 24th, they will kick off their annual summer reading program for children, young adults, and adults. We'll have more details on this program at the next council meeting. Also, to help kick off this program, they will have free ice cream treats outside the library at 1 p.m. on Tuesday, June 25th. Registration and a voucher is required. Registration's open tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Check out the library's website or call for more details. That's it.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I have an email from Ariel, our Director of Senior Services. They have a new program. It's a historical podcast listening and discussion series. Tuesdays beginning July 2nd at 1 p.m. This is a 12-week series. Join us each week as we follow along with a podcast following a topic in history. Each session will begin with listening to a podcast episode, followed by a group-led discussion. Our first series will follow along with Sharon McMahon's Here's Where We Get Interesting Secrets of the Civil War. For more information or to register, please call the Senior Center Director at 201-405-7731. In order to register, there's no cost for this program, but we do ask for people to register. Ariel didn't put it on here, but I'm going to suppose we're still having the senior picnic on June 20th, which is next Thursday. And that's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Talmadge?
Yes, first, let me just say, the paving that's going on in town, it's really great. I live on a street that they paved, and they were very efficient, very clean, and very helpful. And I really appreciated how a professional job they did. It was as seamless as it could be, you know, getting out in the morning with the cars and all that. They made sure everybody could get out, and if you had to get back in, they did. It was really a great, and if everything goes as well as it did on my block, I think we'll be very happy. Also, I'd like to say congratulations to all the graduates that are graduating.
Including your...
I have two graduates, special graduates, my son Joseph and my daughter Gabriella. One's 8th grade, one's a senior. But congratulations to everyone, wherever you're headed. And so with let's go with the rec committee. So soccer and cheer signups are ongoing right now. The Arts Pavilion, which we just opened up, which was wonderful. It was a great day. We got such beautiful weather. You know, we tried and tried last year, and it just rained and rained and rained. And it just was a wonderful day with the acts that performed and the vendors that were there, and it was just a nice day. It's a great area, and so the Arts Pavilion could use some acts. And if you're part of an act, whether professional, high school, or amateur, and knowing we have no budget this year, but would like exposure and the honor to play at the pavilion of the Great Oak Park, please reach out to either Andrea on the Arts Committee or Mike Watt on the Rec Committee. But again, the grand opening was really great. It was all the volunteers that helped set up and take down, that was great. It was really, it was a nice day to see everybody help and do what they can. And now with the carnival, I'll give the carnival update here. So it will be on June 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 6 to 10, and on Saturday from 5 to 11. And also, as Councilwoman Gofredo had mentioned, Access for All on the 15th will be open from 3 to 5 with limited speed and volume and lights. So very nice. There's also you could get the wristband special, which is $40 per night. If you prepay, it's $35, and if you scan this, you could prepay the thing right online, and it's really easy to do. I was doing it the other morning, just really easy.
You can find that on our website.
You can find it on the website, and the carnival's always a great thing. I wouldn't miss it for the world, so that's about it then. Thank you, Mayor.
Very good. Bills to be paid. Councilwoman?
I missed something. I want to wish everyone here a happy Father's Day this weekend. I hope you all enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Okay, total bills to be paid, $597,964.29. So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Gofredo?
Yes.
Councilman Pignatelli?
Yes.
Slasinski?
Yes.
Talamini?
Yes.
That concludes our meeting. The next Borough Council meeting will be held Tuesday, June 25th, 2024, 7 p.m. here at the Council Chamber. So I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.